Hey guys, so you all know that I love doing career, and one thing I do this season especially that's a bit different is I look at individual keystones. Like the champion could be really bad with one keystone but really good with another one, like JAX basically. I won't make this video too long, I'll keep it nice, short and sweet, but if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like and I'll make sure to keep stalking these new builds. If we have a look at his most popular runes, they aren't actually anything special. This is why JAX doesn't show up as actually that strong at the moment, even though I think he's probably one of the best top laners you can play if you use this build. The pressure attack ones are pretty bad, right? But then if we move down a little bit, this Kleptomancy one, 58% win rate, which is ridiculous. It's actually the most popular page within that has almost a 59% win rate. That is how crazy that is. That's like broken territory. Even Vayne right now, who's arguably kind of too strong at the moment, the best AD carry, floats between like 53 to 56%, so not even that high. I thought this was just kind of solo queue cheese, honestly. I didn't think it was a proper build, but it's actually really strong, like borderline overpowered, if not that strong already at the moment. Thank you to this guy. I don't know how to say her name, I'm really sorry, but it was a comment in one of my recent videos saying pros are playing it as well, so I had a quick look at it, and actually, yeah, like all the top lane pro games right now are playing Kleptomancy. That is how good it actually is. North America and Europe do this as well, the same build, by the way. The reason I look at career is because this is the only build in Master and Challenger right now. That is actually how good this is. I mean, just look at this guy, right? All he plays is Kleptomancy JAX in Challenger right now. It's pretty insane. Inspiration doesn't actually give that much for JAX, really. Like a bit of cooldown reduction, which is nice, a bit more regen, free boots, lovely, but that's not actually that major. Even his secondary page is only minor stuff. It's all about the extra gold now, really, from Kleptomancy. If you look at JAX's win rate, right, this is over the game time, so how he actually does over a whole game. He wins most of his games after 30 minutes. He actually sucks before that point in the game, and then becomes a really strong late game. What we're doing with this build is we're saying, okay, 30 minutes is probably like 3 or 4 items roughly, so if we take Kleptomancy, let's get 3 or 4 items before 30 minutes, the average of when we normally would have got it, and reach that point earlier into a game. That is why we take it. That is why Nasus works with it as well. It's really weird because obviously you want to stack with Nasus, but actually if you're scaling into the game, getting more items, reach a late game stage, that is why Kleptomancy can be so busted. It can give you items faster, it can help you reach your like kind of late game phase earlier into the game, in like mid game. It does actually make a lot of sense though, like how you use it and stuff. Kleptomancy was kind of designed with melee bruisers in mind. That is like the strongest kind of group of champions that are supposed to use Kleptomancy. That's what Riot have said. JAX wants to trade with auto attacks anyway, so he can actually proc this, which is pretty nice. He can jump in with his Q, that's 1 proc. He can use his E, that's going to be 2 procs. W, that's 3 procs, then he stuns them and runs away. That's a pretty good trade, and you just earn a butt ton more gold for doing it, which is not bad. When you properly fight after that as well, you're going to be doing all that like starter stuff, I guess, with your Q, your E, your W and everything, but your W is such low cooldown, you can constantly proc this throughout a fight, get loads of gold and items as well. The extra potions you are going to get makes lane phase easier, but also team fights. You've got to remember, pressure attack actually is not that amazing later into the game. It's really good in mid game. It does help you out and it helps you trade, especially like early to mid and stuff. But JAX turns into a lot of burst damage as you get like quite a few items and into late game, or on his targets that he wants to kill, like an AD carry or a mid laner. Meaning by the time you have 3 attacks for your pressure attack, you actually probably have already killed your target, or they're very close to dead anyway. Doesn't really do that much. Instead, Kleptomancy gives you loads of gold, so more items, which is great, but you actually get the mini elixirs, which will buff your teamfight damage and actually make you a lot stronger. I feel like most Kleptomancy pages are pretty much the same. They all work the same, right? Trade early, get stacks, get rich, invest in items with that money you have, and get your free LP at the end of the game. Let's quickly go over how you're actually going to play this and how you're going to build it, the different rune setups that you can take, and if you want to try this, then you'll have a good head start. Main page is normally this. We've kind of gone over this already. Very straightforward, actually. Boots and CDR seems to be what everybody takes, but you can take stopwatch or biscuits. Stopwatch, build off of fighting, kind of outplay. It's actually ridiculous having a Zhonya's at like 5 minutes into a game, but biscuits much easier to use with the regen. Secondary, sorcery mostly, or resolve. We're taking for pro games, I guess. Sorcery is probably what you're going to play with. Celerity is the most damage, so you're going to take that pretty much every game. Scorch is really good for extra burst trading in your lane phase, a bit more burst in team fights as well, or you can take Gathering Storm if you want to scale just a bit better. Resolve, as I said, is mainly used by pro players. They take Iron Skin and Second Wind as well for the hard lanes. The extra regen is really going to help you, especially because you do actually want to dive in trade with your Kleptomancy to get the gold, so you might need some extra regen at the end of that to get back to full health, which is pretty good. You can also take Precision. Triumph's pretty good, then Alacrity or Coup de Grace. Alacrity, the attack speed from that actually seems to be winning a bit more though. Finally, Domination, Sudden Impact, and Ravenous Hunter. You have the extra pen from Sudden Impact and the healing from Ravenous Hunter, which works with your entire kit, which can be really good. But the other two, Sorcery and Resolve, seem to be a bit better. Build is going to be exactly the same. We're just getting them sooner into a game, basically, with more gold, which is really good. We're going to be using the normal Korean JAX build. This is a build they made popular ages ago and they've been using forever since, honestly. Trinity Force and Titanic Hydra, those two are the core. You get pretty tanky, you do a lot of damage as well. It's pretty disgusting. Boot choice, normally Tabby or Mercury treads, not Mercurial treads. Other items, Guardian Angel mostly, that's the most popular. Then we have Sterix for a bit more burst damage with your Sheen, which is really nice. And also Random's Omen for a bit more survival. Those three are going to be the most popular and what you probably are going to round out your build with mostly. Frozen Mallet, Adaptive Helm, Blade of the Rune King, Gunblade for the healing like we talked about before, Rage Blade. They're all less popular, but they're actually pretty good as well. So you can round up the build with those things if you need them, but it kind of depends game to game. That really wraps up the new JAX build. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like if you did. If you have any other picks like this, make sure to leave them below and I'll have a look at them. Thank you for watching and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.